Welcome to Fight Heads MMA. It's me, Miss Nikki. I'm back again. And tonight I have again part three MMA Fight Club Management of Champions is here tonight again. And this time they're going to introduce us to the Goonz Squad. We're going to find out all about this Goon Squad, where they hail from, how many people are on the Goon Squad, what's their situation, what kind of moves they're making. I believe that they are trying to get MMA Fight Club management to manage them as a team. So we're going to find out what's really going on here with these gentlemen and find out if they're going to be part of MMA Fight Club management of champions. So, welcome tonight. The manager himself, Mr. Durrell LaShawn Hatchett. He in the house as always. He kicks it with us. What's good, young man? And then
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, everybody?
we have Paul, the Ninja Turtle. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That just tickled me right there in that moment. I couldn't even help it. I couldn't stop it.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. You should hear the story how you got that name.
Oh, I already know it's gonna be so hot. That's why my spirit is making me laugh now, so I can get it out. Okay, welcome, Paul. What's your last name?
TEAGUE, T-E-A-G-U-E. Kind of like league, we just drop the L and add a T.
Okay, Mr. T. That's what I'm talking about. He has an upcoming fight, you guys. We got a lot of information that we got to get from these two gentlemen. So I think first I want to speak to Durrell and find out get some nuggets from him first. Where'd Paul go? Oh, there he is.
I'm here. Sorry.
Okay, so Paul, tell us what's going on. How did this come to be? How are we up here interviewing with Miss Nikki and Fight Heads MMA and Paul the Ninja Turtle Teague?
Did he?
You want to tell us, Durrell, how we got here?
Oh, I thought you were talking to Paul. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Well, I've been talking to Paul a lot. Actually, I know one of his teammates, Brian, the one I met him at BYB at the Bare Knuckle,
Okay.
and then we talked from there, and yeah, I guess we started shooting a little bit on Facebook or whatever, and I kind of liked his attitude and where he come from. Matter of fact, he lived in Chicago area where I lived, and the way he's coming up and trying to get into the sport is almost the way I did. Had to fight the streets and all that, fight your way up to what you need to get to fight in the sport, though. And that's what he's doing now, so that's why I want to help him. And then that's when I met Paul as well, and we spoke, and then like I said, he's a character, and that's one thing I liked about him. You know what I mean? And like I said, he's full of confidence and everything, and those are the type of fighters that I kind of look for. And yes, I will be working with a whole team or whatever.
So you made a final decision.
You guys gonna get to know the Goonz Squad. Trust me on that one.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Well, welcome, Paul the Ninja Turtle Team. What is good with you, young man? What's good with you? Do you want to bounce off of anything the girl has said to us about your meeting and about what the plan is? He's going to work with you guys. When did you find out? How excited is your team? And what kind of plans do you think? Have you guys talked about plans thus far?
Yes. Just say I came across Daryl on Facebook when I saw him post something about one of his fighters, Yuri, and I had told my coach, I said because I said I was self managing myself in our fight team for 5 years, and I didn't know the first thing about it. I just knew what good matchups was and what bad matchups was, and none of us was pros at the time, so it didn't really matter about the money. But now we're pros. I need somebody with a better mindset instead of me saying, "Oh yeah, I'll fight this guy for $200." No, I need something. I need more than that. So I came across Daryl, and then I'd mentioned something to Daryl about. I mentioned something to Stonehands Brian Jackson about Daryl. He said, yeah, I ran into him at a bare knuckle fight, and I was like, oh really? He said, yeah, he's a real good dude. He's like, I said, good. I said, I've asked him to manage. I said, if you bring me on, you got to bring my whole team on too. And Daryl said, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Okay. So let's talk about your MMA career. Is MMA all that you practice in combat sports, or do you do
Um,
boxing and kickboxing?
I I did a smoker match before a while before I turned pro, and it was weird because it was supposed to be a kickboxing smoker match for me, but it turned out to be a boxing first round, kickboxing second round, boxing third round. Reason why? Because my opponent didn't show up, and a guy who was supposed to box, his opponent didn't show up. So since it was a smoker event, it didn't really matter. We wasn't trying to kill each other, so we just boxed, kickboxed, and boxed.
So
That's the only other thing I've done besides MMA. Well, and a jiu-jitsu tournament, but I don't count that.
so what is your AMI career? Tell me about your amateur career, and then tell me about thus far what you have going in your pro career, what you've done thus far in your pro career.
Um, as an amateur, I was 5-5, which I lost my very first fight. That I was supposed to actually fought one of my best friends that had been my best friend through high school. And it was just he was fresh out the military, and we've never been the same weight. And he seen that they was looking for an opponent for me, so he offered to fight him. I mean, he offered to fight me, but they wouldn't accept his military physical. So 3 days before the fight, he had a drop. But then they ended up finding me another opponent who had been training for 7 years. I had only been training for 3 months, and that wasn't really training. I was at a boxing gym that I've been there for about a month and a half. And rest in peace, Daryl Wellman. He was my other coach. That's why I think Daryl coming in my life was good, because I just lost my boxing coach named Daryl to suicide. And now I got blessed with another angel named Daryl, which is great.
Okay.
So,
Appreciate that, brother.
and I took that fight, and my coach was my cornerman, and my dad was my cornerman. My dad is always gonna be one of my cornermen because he's got that familiar voice that I will hear every time, even if I'm on the other side of the auditorium, I'm gonna hear him. And he asked me, I got my face, I pretty much got my face punched in. I had a little bit of wrestling, and I had really good wrestling, but I had no stand up. So, and I didn't know how to get off my back. So that's pretty much where the Ninja Turtle came from. Besides my ex-wife gave it to me, but my coach said it fits me because he said because your style's unique. He said you do a lot of ninja shit. He said, and when I first met you, you was like a turtle. You couldn't get off your damn back.
I'm fucking serious right now.
And I'm a Ninja Turtle fanatic. I got a Ninja Turtle tattoo on my arm. I'm
Oh.
working on getting a Ninja Turtle turtle shell on my back.
So so 5-5 in your AMI career. How long have you been pro?
I just turned pro on September 1st. Well, September 6th.
Of this year.
Yes, ma'am.
How long total have you been your amateur and pro? How long have you been training and kind of preparing yourself mentally and physically for what you are getting into? What's the total time frame?
I started training. Very first MMA fight was June 14th, 2014. I started training, actually training in that boxing gym a month and a half before that. So about like the tail end of April of 2014, and I've been training since. Been through multiple. I've had multiple coaches, and my coach now, Brad Pruitt, over No Mercy MMA in Union, South Carolina. He's been with me through everything. I didn't know him until I got into my second gym, which was Total Force MMA. Which my instructor there, he'll still look at footage on fighters for me just to give me another aspect on fighting, because he's a black belt in karate as well. So he gives me that another look at it, and like I'll never know. Some eyes are better than most people's eyes, so everybody always needs that second look.
So since 2014, when you started, where do you think you've had the most growth in your fighting? You said you had some wrestling. So did you wrestle in high school and middle
Yes,
school?
ma'am. I wrestled in high school. I wasn't a state champion or anything. I made it to state, but um, I I got the flu.
Oh.
I made weight. I made weight easy though, because you got the flu, you're gonna make weight. Um, I went out there. I won my first match, and then the next two matches I just got obliterated. I got tech falled, and then I got beat by points. Now, I wasn't getting pinned my senior year in high school in no state. No, not happening. I didn't get pinned my whole senior year. Only
Neither
reason I
did
got pinned my junior
I.
year because I broke my jaw and had to use a boxing headgear my junior year because I broke my jaw.
Okay, so where do you think you've most improved in your fighting since from the beginning until now?
My ground game, because my stand up and my unique style, like my unique style is completely different because I have I have multiple backgrounds working with me, so my striking is very unorthodox because I'll hit you from anywhere. You better not look at my feet. You better not look at my hands, because yeah, you don't know where it's coming from. Because my last amateur fight, dude was thinking I was gonna kick him, and then he woke up from a spinning. He woke up 5 minutes later after a spinning back fist hit him.
Okay.
Yeah, 32 seconds into the first round.
So you believe you have this kind of quirky, unorthodox fighting style, which will make you hard to deal with, huh?
Correct. My pro debut, I came out with a cartwheel kick and landed it.
So you
And
gotta
I ended up beating him with a standing guillotine. So
say again.
I ended up beating him with a standing guillotine choke
Okay, so your pro MMA fight, you got the victory with a standing
in
guillotine.
42 seconds.
Wow, wow, congratulations, young man. So how serious are you taking this? Like, what is your daily life like? Do you have a job? Are you married? Do you have children?
I
What?
am. I have 3 jobs actually. I'm a server at Dave & Buster's. I'm a bus driver for another martial arts school, which is a Taekwondo Hapkido school, which I don't take classes there, but I'm getting ready to start. And I drive there after the school bus for them and make sure the kids ain't killing each other. Because when you got like kids, they can get a little crazy. Um,
Also, you can do it.
and my third job, therapist as well. So after I beat you, I can treat you.
I know that's right.
And then I am married, separated, married, something like that right now. But
Okay.
um, I have 5 kids. I know. I look too young to have 5 kids. I know. I understand.
How old are they? How old are they?
My kids are 11, 8, 6, 2, and 7 months. 4 boys, 1 girl. I got my princess
Oh, you still at it.
after I got my knights.
Did you say 7 months?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
All right, you could put the pad down now. You can put the pad down now. you, can, you can totally put the pad down now. Oh my gosh. So that's what I'm saying. How serious are you about? You have a lot of freaking responsibilities, and all of that comes. We haven't even talked about your training and how that all fits in. And That's a lot. How's that going to fit
You
together for us?
you want to know something? Majority of my amateur career, because my gym is an hour and a half from my house, and I don't really have the funds every day to drive it. My coach Brad, he knows if I set a fight, he knows I'm busting my ass on my own, running, push ups, sit ups, work shadow boxing, working the bag, working my combos, but also making it to the gyms on the days I can. What? But most of my amateur career were based off of like maybe 3 times a week. Well, sorry, 3 times a month. But as a
Wow.
pro, I'm
Yeah.
getting in a little. I'm getting in a little bit more training now. Well, a lot more training now because I'm not just training at University of MMA. I'm getting the extra help. The Taekwondo instructor from the school I work at. He's working because he's a black belt in he's a third-degree black belt in Hapkido and a third-degree black belt in Taekwondo. So he's helping me pretty much become a little more unorthodox on the feet, and showing me some new joint locks and some new throws and tosses from the Hapkido side.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay, yeah, that's a good age. Um, yeah, so that's still a lot. Now that you're a professional, you gotta really step this up. You gotta kick this way the fuck up now. You gotta really kick this up. If you plan on being successful, you have got to kick it up. You got a lot of responsibilities outside of you know, wanting to be an MMA fighter. And those things are going to have to come first. And if you plan on being a serious fighter, you're going to have to really stretch yourself thin. Your money going to be thin. Your money probably already thin right now. And then time, your rest, your diet, everything. So are you going to be able to do that seriously? Like, for real. Like this is not a game and you already know that the next person is looking to spark your ass coming into the fight just like you did, old boy, in your professional debut. Everybody's looking to spark each other. So with that being said, you have got to really put in the time for your training, and your mindset got to really be with you when you walk in that cage. You cannot be nowhere else but in that cage with that other man.
Oh, trust me. I walk out with mask and stuff on. When I pull that mask off, I'm in my whole Ted Bundy serial killer mindset. I'm coming to take his shoulder off. I'm coming to rip his arm off, take the skin off his shoulder, and eating it right in front of him. That's what kind of blood I taste when I'm getting ready to walk out. I'm trying to take his head off, shit down his throat, and beat him with his head after I rip his heart out. That's the mindset I get to when I get in the cage. It's completely a different mindset. That's just me. I'm coming. Like I train. I train. If I have to be training on my own, I'm training on my own. I got friends that will come over just to work mitts with me because they know how dedicated I am, and I know how dedicated they are when we can't get to the gym.
That's what I'm saying. I need for that's all well and good, but how much knowledge do your friends really have? You know what I'm saying? And they can't teach you what you really need to know going into a battle like this. Like they can help you out. They good. We appreciate your support. We love you. But on the real note, I'm saying everything that a coach should be giving you and needs to give you to be able to protect yourself and to be a great offensive fighter too. So it just kind of spins me back to, and also I think I'm questioning you so hard because I know that at this point our fighters of our community of fighters is bigger than our community of fans. So like we as fans are stepping up our expectations of you guys and girls as fighters. I'm letting you know now, I am personally. period. So
I think he stepped up big time.
with the win, his victory as a pro,
No, by hooking up with me.
you
Me and
slow.
him that had been. Me and him that had our talks. Trust me, that stuff when you
My
telling them,
homie.
you know what I mean, we done had our talks. You know.
Yeah.
So,
See, when I was in
Yeah.
Army, I was bad
but that's a
about
big
when
step,
I was
though.
in Army, I was bad about taking fights on four. I took a fight on 4-hour notice because my teammate got hurt the day before weigh-ins. I took it as his higher. I fight at 45 and 55. At that time, I was still fighting at 45 as an Army. 170 in the guy's hometown and beat him by split decision on 4-hour notice.
So what weight class are you fighting at? What is your pro weight class?
Well,
That's a good
my
question.
first fight, my first fight was supposed to be at 170. The guy comes in at 185, so I made him at 175 the next day, which was fine. I weighed 178 with the laptop in my book bag. But besides that, I'm 42 seconds. My second fight was at 155, which was no problem there. Felt great, felt amazing. I lost by an Americana in the second, but I was in a triangle for 2 minutes, elbowing his lights out. January to my birthday, so it's my third night there out. I told him I fucked up that night, and me afterwards.
So tell us about this.
Now he's gonna start campaigning at 155. We didn't talk. He can't be going up and down like that. You know what I mean?
So
And that's the only way he gonna get ranked anyway.
at 155, you think?
Yeah.
That's my home weight unless I got told there last night. That's my home weight unless something like a title fight is needed at 145 and it's a good matchup for me. Then I'll drop to 145.
Well, what is your walk around weight usually?
Before Christmas or after Christmas?
I'll say pre-Christmas.
I usually stick. I've been the same size since my senior year in high school, which was 10, 11 years ago. I usually stick between 160 and 165 roughly.
Okay.
Right here lately, I've been about 159, 162.
How tall are you?
That's why 45 with a 6 foot even.
Okay. Do you know what your arm reach is?
If I remember last time my old coach measured it, it was 74 and a half inches.
You got a good reach on you.
Yeah, I got monkey
He's
arms,
long.
monkey legs.
That's why I know somebody.
It's just a little above average on a reach. So yeah, you good. So
I wish I was like Cole Miller.
what are your expectations for yourself? First of all, what are your expectations as an MMA fighter?
Go out there, bust somebody in the pork chop.
See, that's all he want to do. That way he don't care what weight he is. As long as he's going out there kicking somebody's ass, he don't care.
Okay. So what are your expectations for MMA Fight Club management? What are your expectations of them?
Well, go on, tell you they're on a mission. He's on a mission to get me on some big shows and get me some good money.
Yeah, I didn't do a couple, madam. You know,
yeah,
it just ain't the right time for it just now. That's all.
Me and my coach was already down to go to the UK.
Oh,
but
wow.
my expectations is
so
I can already. I can already see Daryl's already a man on a mission, which I really, really like. And that's how I was when I was self-managing me and my team. Like my coach, he told me to take care of all that because I was good with the promotion. The promotions trust me because I was that last minute feeling on. I'm taking a grappling match on 30 minutes notice because somebody didn't show up or something. I'm just one of those that was a step up on short notice, take grappling matches or whatever, just so that person don't lose fight because they've been training. Yeah, so what? I might not be in shape, but I'm not losing nothing. I'm not gonna get hurt. I'm not trying to get hurt. I'm just making sure somebody who's trained is actually still learning and being able to experience what they could have almost missed.
Oh, I'm messing with my camera.
I can buy that.
Okay.
There's that pretty face.
Oh, well. So, damn, you sound like you got it together. You know, you're really gonna have to if you plan on really having a serious career. You want him to be able to work these big deals out for you. You're gonna have to put in that time and effort that it's gonna have to take, for you to be successful. And that's what I would like to see is for you to be successful. And welcome to the crazy combat sports world of MMA. And I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. So tell me about this upcoming card you're going to be on.
It's called the Valor Fighting Challenge 68. I think that's the number. It's the VFC. It's located in Knoxville, Tennessee, at the famous Cotton Eye Joe's. And
Cotton Eye Joe's, is that a restaurant?
It's a music venue. I think it's like a music venue.
Oh.
It's a bar. It's a good old fashioned country bar.
He said a good old fashioned country bar. So do you know anything
from the deep south? So
what do we know about your opponent, Mr. Roy Sanders?
He has 18 pro fights, and I know he likes to go to the ground a lot. So I'm looking to give him. I'm looking to like a Jorge Masvidal, give him 2-piece and a snack, and send him on his way.
So you guys are going to fight at welterweight, at 170?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you been working on like your takedown defense and even your forward motion of your takedowns, being the aggressor on the takedowns? Have you been working on that?
Oh yeah, yes, definitely. Because my wrestling background and all, I've been working mainly. I've been working a lot more on taking shots because he's taller than me. So I know it's gonna be really hard to hip toss him because he's 6'3", I think he is. So it's gonna be me still trying to hip toss him is gonna be difficult because he's taller. I had that trouble in high school.
Well, had you thought about working on some damn trips instead of some flips?
I mean, I have, yeah. I've been working on taking shots. I've been working on taking shots too. That's what I like doing in high school, is take shots. So I've been working on taking good shots.
Some fakes for some ankle picks, and we can get it up in the mix. How about that?
I mean, I was just thinking about going out, I was thinking about just going out and hitting him with a jumping spinning heel kick and just knock him out with that.
He might. Well, now that you just said it, he might see it and prepare himself for it. He ain't gonna be Ben Askren this time. Oh my God. Yes. So this fight is when? It's in, I'm looking, but I can't see it. I can't blow it up the way I want to.
January 10th.
Oh, January 10th. And it's going to be, you said, in Tennessee, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Daryl, will you be there? Will you be attending this fight, Daryl?
I don't think I'll be there. I got so many fights that on that month, and they came in late. So I got the BKFC. I got another bare knuckle, and then another MMA show, and plus that show that I'm doing. This all in that 1 month. So
Yeah,
I don't think I'll be able to make that one, but I will
man.
start making future shows.
You gonna be like jelly.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my
Man.
God. So
It's crazy.
See,
for you, Paul, who has been your biggest inspiration as a fighter? Is there anybody that's been a big inspiration to you that, you know, gives you motivation or made you say, damn, I want to do that?
what actually made me want to be a MMA fighter was a video game. I started playing a video game and like, fuck it, I want to try it. And then my dad, when I first told him about it, he was like, well, he said that when I told you about my first fight, me getting my face beat in, just not really knowing much. After I lost, my dad was like, "How do you feel?" I said, "I didn't think I would feel this. Going to get punched in the face multiple times." I said, "I fucking love it." He's like, "All right, let's get in the gym, get serious, and bust ass." So my dad is my inspiration. My dad is my inspiration, along with my kids. But my dad is my inspiration because see, my 11-year-old was supposed to actually be making his kickboxing debut this Friday night,
Okay.
but he broke his thumb,
Oh, baby, I'm sorry for you,
and he
baby.
actually broke that at school.
Well, kickboxing will still be waiting right there for you when you recover from your thumb injury, young man. So don't worry about it, baby. Yes. Well, man, you got a lot that you got to get prepared for. How long have you been in training camp for this upcoming fight? How long have you known you're going to be on this card January 10th?
It was brought to my attention that they was gonna have one in January, November the 16th, the day I was actually trying to fight for the BKFC. But when he said yeah, or when I was like because I signed a 4-fight contract with Valor, so I was like
Did you say
when's the next card
BKFC?
after? Yeah, I was trying to get on the night and the Autumn Lowball and Jason Knight card. I was trying to, but my opponent his CO wouldn't let him off or something.
I need you to get your chops over there in the MMA before you come over to BKC. Come on now. I need you to get your chops. I don't want you to be one of the ones that might get out of there fast. I want to
bare knuckle.
I want you to build yourself up. I want you to build your toughness up so that when you get into that fight at bare knuckle, you'll be in the fight. You know what I'm saying? You won't have to take it in the first 30 seconds.
See, it's a bucket list thing for me. I want to go out there and test my skills because I've never been in a street fight. So I want
Oh
to put
Lord,
these babies
toughen
to a
yourself
test.
up. I need you to toughen up your body, toughen up your hands, toughen up your chin. Yeah, get all that tough, just a little bit tougher for me. And then I'll see you at BKFC. Do you think,
Yeah.
listening to, knowing what your opponent's record is, and Daryl, this question is for you too. Do either one of you think that you are being fed to this guy or that this is a feeder fight for him to build
I
him up?
think so.
Are they overlooking you? You think?
I think so. I mean, that's my opinion. I think so because why would they put him against a guy with a big record like that and his record? I mean, that's just my opinion. But like I said, we're gonna get through this.
Okay.
You see his fighting spirit right there. He's
Right.
confident.
So what do you think, Paul?
About the fight?
Yeah.
He don't. He really. He just wasn't like somebody.
I'll give you my honest opinion. The way I'm looking at this, I don't take anybody for granted. I don't take anybody for no less because the last person that looked at me and thought I was gonna be because I come out with mask, I weigh in with mask. They thought I was gonna be a clown like my mask until they find out, hey, I'm a more gamed opponent, a lot tougher than you think I'm gonna be. So I'm just the way I'm looking at it. He's got more fights. Shoot, I told him for my 4th fight on the contract, I wanted Charles Crazy Horse Bennett. So
Okay. Okay.
I wanted that money on that one.
That's
I
my
wanted that
dog,
money,
man.
and I wanted
Let's try that to get him.
I love Felony. I love him.
Yeah, that's my dog.
I love that guy. That's gonna be my next husband. You just don't know it yet. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
that's the character.
So what do you think you have to prepare most for with this guy? You said you think he's gonna want to go to the ground a lot.
I know he wants to go to the ground, so I'm gonna be sprawling and brawling. And if he can't get me to the ground, he's got to stay with me. He don't know what he's gonna get hit with or where it's coming from.
Okay. So you know, if you beat this guy with the record that he has, that propels you. That's going to give you another look for some of the promotions. They're really going to think, they're going to start looking at you as being kind of hot. So in any of your fights, in any of your amateur fights, have you ever been knocked out? What's the worst ending you've had to any of your MMA fights?
I've never been knocked out in an MMA fight. Most of my losses, I've had one referee stoppage due to strikes, but I was just mounted and I was protecting myself, but nothing bad. I've been submitted at most of mine, but
Okay.
I have been knocked out once. It was a kickboxing match on 3-hour notice against my teammate.
Okay. So going forward, you know the feeling of victory, the feeling of defeat. How do you stay humble moving forward and continue to grow as a fighter and get better? How do you do all of that in one?
The same way the way I stay humble, like if I get knocked out, if I just lose, the way I stay humble, I'm just the same guy going in that cage as I am coming out that cage. I just had a blast. Oh hell, you knocked me out. Fuck right. Yeah, let's try it again next time. I'm not gonna be the one that
Ain't gonna be no
cries or
humble
lay down
there.
because you knocked me out. I'm gonna be the one that just says, "Buy me another beer next time before you take me out."
I know that's right. So, is there anything that you want us to know about you? Do you want to say anything to your opponent and relative to the upcoming fight in January? Do you think you're going to be ready?
Oh yeah, ready. I'll definitely be ready. Ain't no doubt about that. I stay ready. That's why I can take these short notice. I stay ready. Maybe not fight ready, but I stay ready.
He said, "Not fight ready, but I stay ready." I guess. Hey, I tell y'all to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Oh my goodness! Do you have any sponsors for this upcoming fight?
I have a few local sponsors, but they're like, here, I'll give them a shout out. My
Yeah, you
boy
better give them a shout
HW.
out. They sponsoring you, right? They looking out for a boy,
Yes,
right?
like my homeboy HWXD. So he my fight song for me. He's a up and coming rapper. Man, his top 5 songs he just dropped are so fire. They're on Spotify, SoundCloud. They are so fire. I ain't never heard a white boy drop rhymes like that since Vanilla Ice. Eminem don't count. We can't count Eminem because he's dissing. He'll put Nick Cannon's diss out soon. So
You might be killing your friend's career before it get off the ground saying that shit.
oh no, I mean his stuff's fire. Check him out. You'll see what I mean.
No, don't do that to your friend. You ain't no friend. You bring old boy up in his.
No, I said he's gonna be better. I said better than Vanilla Ice. Way better than Vanilla Ice.
Okay, I hope
Hey,
so. I need him to be along the lines of what's his name, Machine Gun Kelly
MGK.
and Eminem
No,
and
he puts MGK to shame. He puts Machine Gun Kelly to shame.
oh really?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna find out what's good with the dude. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. That's what I said. You gotta
And
send me email. You gotta send me some of his music because I need some theme music. So if the white boy good, you know, Miss Nikki, let's get it.
and I want to give a shout out to another local band, Redefined, another local band called Fractured Frames, another local band called Amnesius, and another local band called Filth. Their lead singer's a bomb ass dude, and they're actually playing. Filth's actually playing a show this Friday night, which is pretty legit and pretty awesome.
So
And
do the bands travel around? Are they just local or do they travel out of the state and stuff to go play?
I know that most of them have most all of them have been out of state. I know Phil plays in Michigan and Ohio in May, and they just got back from the UK a couple months ago.
Oh, they doing big things then. They doing big.
Yeah, if you like
Our music, our musicians are more popular in other countries than they ever are here. Always. Always so much more popular, get so much more love and respect in other countries than they do right at home. So I get it. Go on over there and get your money, babies.
and I also got to give a shout out to Greenville Martial Arts Center. And we just opened our new how do I say it? Our new dojo. It's bigger, better, and it's amazing. I'm glad to be part of that growing family as well. And they're not my sponsor, but future they said they just can't do it this early in my career. But I got to give a shout out to Dave and Buster's because hey, they give me a paycheck every week.
If you serving over there, shit, you earning them chips. Trust me, I know.
I got that personality. You know.
It's all good. So, do you give us a flyover of the team and what should we expect, out in the near future from the team, the Goonz Squad?
Let me see. We have about 6 to 7 Emmys. We have 5 that's under the age of 18. We have 4 pros, which we have Stonehead, Brian Jackson on the card January 10th with me. And looking for his second win. We're both 1-1 going into this fight. We have Michael Smith, who's a pro boxer, who's getting ready for his pro MMA debut. Rashad Hood, who's looking for his pro MMA debut. And we have Thomas Fowler, or one of our Amis, who's a 185 Ami. He's supposed to be fighting Friday night, but his opponent pulled out Friday because his commanding officer, wouldn't let him off. We have Bradley Brakefield, who's actually fighting Friday night for the number 1 contender fight for the title for Valor. So, Mr. Barracuda Brakefield, he's gonna wrap his arms around that man's throat, and good night. It's like a barracuda. He's coming to attack.
Oh Lord!
And I like that kid too.
And I got it. And we have a bunch. We have Noah Lauder. He's one of our 13-year-olds. Grayson Maddox Robinson Teague, which is my 11-year-old son. He's one of our 14-year-old kickboxer, which is my Victoria Largent that we have. And I'm gonna tell you, them girls, I feel bad for any boy that pisses them off when they get older.
We need our girls to be able to defend themselves.
When we have a couple of we have 2 super heavyweights, which we have Christian Solsberg, which is my manager at Dave and Buster's. He's one of our super heavyweights, along with my boy Ty, who's with me right now. He's one of our 17-year-olds. He's our super heavyweight, but he's cutting down. He wants to cut down the heavyweight before he does any kind of fighting.
Y'all see me on the big screen soon.
I want to know, is there going to be a difference in the rules and fighting, MMA fighting, from where you're located to where you're going to be going to fight on this card for Valor?
I'm actually 2 hours and 58 minutes away from where I'm gonna be fighting, and the way my contract is set up this time, I have, for me to get paid, I have to sell at least some tickets. I have to sell at least $500 worth of tickets to get paid. So guess what? It's $500
Well,
tickets
I
today.
see your manager over here. He got something to say. What's on your mind,
That's all.
management?
No, it reminded me of one other promotion that I really didn't like to mess with because of that. You know what I mean? But hey, some people out there can make a lot of money off of tickets, though. You know, you really gotta get you a good fan base out there. A lot of
So
people depend on those ticket money.
how many
But,
tickets
Hey,
have
but
you
everybody
sold?
wants to see a real live Ninja Turtle kick ass, you know.
So how many tickets have you sold thus far?
I have sold $500 tickets. I sold a $500 table today.
Boom! You in, baby. Congratulations.
And I keep
Oh, yeah. Now you get
everything else that I sell. And if Dave and Buster's is doing what they're telling me they're gonna do, they're more than likely buying another table. So there's $500 in my pocket right there, and I still have
So
more tickets to sell.
does
See, the
that
only thing about that, it makes it bad on, say, people coming out of town for the fight or whatever. They can't sell tickets like that, you know?
right?
So, well, they're not getting paid.
He's lucky to be you're lucky to be close in proximity to where the event is being held. So
Right.
does that put pressure on you, knowing that you're gonna have all these people coming to see you fight?
Oh, hell no. I love it. All right, they're coming because
I know you
my
love
family and friends, because it's my birthday weekend too. It's my birthday fight, so they're coming to
Oh
buy
Lord,
tickets to
you
come see me
really going in
fight.
there and try to spark
So
fire.
I'm getting a
He's
shot
making
from
it a
him, a shot
party.
from her, a beer from him, and a beer from her.
So I need you to be focused. If you really plan on winning this fight, I need you to stay focused until after the fight. You got to be in the fight in order to win it. So I need you to stay focused. I know it's your birthday and everything coming up, but I need you to stay focused so you can get your victory. What conversation is y'all having over there? What is he over there whispering about?
Oh, he saw where my phone said I got 10% left, and my charger's not in his car, it's in mine.
Understood. I got you, baby. I be having my issues too with my little batteries and stuff. I got you. So, Coach,
I started at 50%, so I'm doing something right.
so Daryl, is there anything that you want your new Goonz Squad to know?
Pick the right one, baby. No, just we get through this fight and trust me, man. You from that point on there, he's not gonna lose no fights. He's always gonna get the right fights. He's gonna campaign at 155. From that point on, he's gonna be a monster.
Okay.
And I think, like I said, I at first I was afraid of this fight, but now I'm starting to think, hey, he's gonna go out there, to fuck something up. So,
do you
I'm
like
kind of looking forward to it.
Do both of you feel like? Do the both of you gentlemen feel like at this point, like he has nothing to lose going into this fight? The other guy is the one with more on the line.
Exactly. They
I got a
figured it'd
lot
be
to lose
easy.
because
They wanted an easy
if all these
fight,
if
and
all these people
and
coming
that's
to
what he
watch me
needed
fight
to
on
do.
my
Prove it
birthday and
ain't
I
no easy fight.
lose,
Yeah.
What'd you say, Paul?
I said if all these people come to watch me fight on my birthday and I lose, that's gonna break my little heart. But guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna roll the fuck up. I'm gonna roll the hell
I'm
out of
glad
the
it's on his
ring,
birthday.
get the hell up, smile at him, and be like, "Let's do this shit again." Then
I know. I'm glad it's on his birthday. He ain't gonna want to lose on that.
Excited for you. Is there gonna be? Do you think it's gonna be a live stream for this, girl?
Most of their
Don't fight.
fights are on Flow Combat.
Right. Okay. I thought it was a Fight TV, but yeah, Flow Combat.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah,
I
most
mean,
of them
Valor,
are
they throw some good
Flow Combat.
shows.
I just wish
we
they paid
fought.
the
It's been a
fighters.
while since we fought. I fought there before, but they did some pretty good shows.
I just wish Flow Combat
Okay.
paid their fighters.
It just that's the only part I don't understand is the record. How can they match a couple guys like that? No. Well, you know, he did say he called the guy out, right?
Yep.
Did you say you called him out? Exactly. Okay.
I called
He
him out.
wanted that.
I called him out.
So,
Because he was a local
he got to
boy,
go out
and
there
I
and
wanted
take
on
care
the
of
card that
business.
year,
That's
that
all.
night, and I was like, let's go after him.
So, you know, that might not be looking past you, but he probably does feel a little bit of superiority over you.
He's going to, of course, yeah.
Yeah, with the experience level that he has compared to what he think you has and what he think you might have. So this is going to be an interesting fight to see come, you know, into play. I'm interested in seeing your teammate do their thing on the card too. Yeah, it's a lot going on. 2020 will be here in a hot second, and before you know it, it'll be this time next year. We'll be talking about. Remember back in January when you had that fight, you got that, you know, that win.
I'm looking to be
Goonz
back after that
Squad, so.
W too.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yes. So, you want to shout out to all your people again before we sign off of here?
Yes, ma'am. I want to give a shout out to my whole team, the Goonz Squad, No Mercy MMA, aka the Goonz Academy. We are a different breed of fighters. We all have different fighting styles because my coach, Brad Pruitt, he doesn't like everybody fighting the same because so the way he does it, he teaches everybody different techniques, different stand-up techniques. Once we hit the ground, it's all the same there mostly, but there's always that little twitch, that little turn that's a little different.
Yeah, everybody different. Everybody certain gyms, everybody's not made for. You know what I mean? It's like me. There's certain gyms I couldn't stand. It had to be a lot of stand up there, you know, and but the little jiu-jitsu gyms, I didn't too much care for them. Although my trainer was like a 2-time world jiu-jitsu champ, but I wasn't so interested. Although I did get in a lot of tournaments and won them, but I wasn't too much interested. I want to throw my hands, you know.
Daryl,
Yes.
you guys have a social media? I mean, not Daryl, but Paul. Do you guys have a social media handle that you guys use? Is there a page where they can come find out what's going on with the Goonz Squad, who's all part of the Goonz Squad, and what y'all's movement is?
Yes, ma'am. But you can find me at Paul Teague on Facebook, Paul the Ninja Turtle Teague on Facebook as well. But the fight team is Goonz Academy / No Mercy MMA on Facebook, as well as No Mercy MMA. And on Instagram, it's Goonz Academy. Actually, it's even Goonz Academy / MMA or / No Mercy MMA or No Mercy / Goonz Academy. I cannot remember how Instagram was. I made it. I can't remember exactly.
Well, when you figure it out, you send it to me so I can plug it into at least the description on our video.
Yes, ma'am.
I can at least do that. Yes, young man. Thank you so very much. It has been a great pleasure talking to you. I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on you because Daryl's going to make sure that I keep a close eye on you. And you'll never know when Miss Nikki going to pop up at one of your events when you're about to fight. So, yeah, 2020.
Hey, I love it. You buy me up here.
Too. Man, thank you so much.
Before my phone completely crashes, I'm gonna go ahead and say, I love you, Miss Nikki. I love you, Daryl. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all always eat y'all's vegetables.
We will, baby.
Hey, I want to give a couple of shout outs. I want to give a couple of shout outs to everybody on my team, especially the guys that got fights coming up, like Bobby Brents. He has to defend his title, his promotion title in Canada because he's the first Canadian champion.
Yeah.
And then after that, we got Lorenzo Hunt, who's gonna be competing in February at BKFC, and he's killing it there. Everybody know what he's doing. He's killing it. He's gonna take
That
over
man's
that.
a monster.
Oh my God, this guy.
Then I have a couple of Amis fighting as well. I didn't even get this guy on your show. I have to get him on your show. Isaiah Washington. That's my up and comer new Mike Tyson type guy. He's knocking everybody out. And he trains with Lorenzo. Lorenzo probably spoke of him. And yeah, he's like 6-0 in kickboxing. No, excuse me, in boxing, and 5-0 in kickboxing. Everything knockout. So yeah, big ups to him. Then I got a new guy coming in. I heard a lot about him, but he's making his debut. His name Jacoby Tarver. Good luck with you too, buddy. Ryan Frost Rawson. We're gonna do this thing this time, man. You know. One loss don't mean anything. You've been doing it, you still a beast. Let's get this win in this fight. It's coming up February the 29th. And all the other guys that got fights coming up as well. I'll be all day trying to fights coming up. So yeah. Yeah, peace out. And thanks to you, Nikki, for what you do. You know, my fighters love you, but they love coming on your show. They love, you know, they always say they having fun. And you don't know, Leo, shit. He said he got about 100,000 something fucking hits just from your show. Yes. So yeah. Say it again. It was 103K. 103K.
Where?
One of them, I guess it, but he said it from. It could be on his page. He's real popular too, as well. You know. So,
I don't know if the.
I'm gonna have her back. I'm gonna have her back on your show. Let him explain that.
Okay, yes, he's gonna have to do that. That was Nikki though.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yes, it is
my
honor. Always love, peace, and hair grease. I need y'all to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. January, this young man, Paul the Ninja Turtle T, will be at Valor Fight, and he will be putting up at welterweight division against a guy that is what 18-1. You said?
Do what?
18-1.
Yeah, 18 fights. I don't think 18-1 is he?
No,
yeah,
he's not 18. He's not 18-1. He's just got 18 fights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, guy that's got 18 fights against his one pro debut fight and his 5-5 Emmy
well, I'm 1-1 as a pro. I'm 1-1 as a pro. Sorry to correct you.
This young man is looking to get himself a big win in January to show that he is worthy and that he's coming up the ranks. He's probably going to be challenging at 155. So you guys are going to have to keep an eye out for him because I think he's going to be one of the ones that's going to be harder to wrangle in because he'll fight at almost weight class. So, you know, management and the coaches really going to have to stay on him about, you know, the next 155 class. But we're going to keep our eye on him. We're going to be looking for him to make his bones on January 10th in Tennessee. And we'll find out what the outcome of that's going to be. And we'll be looking at the Goonz Squad to see what's really good with them. And hopefully we'll get some more interviews with some of your teammates and get some of this going.
Well, one was supposed to be on, and like I say, he something happened, but we'll get him on.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes it takes us a minute to get together, but it's all good. We eventually get there and we make it happen.
Right.
So good.
Always
luck,
a pleasure.
Good luck, Paul, in your upcoming fight, young man. Get as much training in as you can and just be as prepared as you can for this fight so you can get that victory.
Yes, ma'am. We'll go out there and get that victory. If you want to, you can put Ms. Nikki on my butt cheek on my shorts.
Yes,
Because I got Pennywise fight shorts. I got my Pennywise fight shorts with my clown on it, so it's terrifying.
Okay, okay, that's some thought. Yes, y'all gonna have to print up the logo and put it up there. Yes. They in with Miss Nikki. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yes. So there y'all have it.
That's a good idea though, Miss Nikki.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
I've been on Reggie Barnett shorts a couple of times. I'm fighting that fighting championship.
We'll put you on all our shorts. We'll put you on all our shorts.
And I would love that, baby. Yes.
Oh yeah.
So there y'all have it. We're gonna sign off of here. Paul's phone is about to be MIA on him, so he got to get it charged up. And Daryl, he's probably had a long day, and he's been doing a lot today. Miss Nikki done a lot today, and we just gonna call it a night. So thank you everyone who tuned in, and look forward to more great stuff coming from Fight Heads MMA and MMA Fight Club, Management of Champions, and the Goonz Squad. Boom. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Love, pizza, hair grease. Fight Heads MMA.